Hello, this is Venus V. Welcome to Venus Hour UPSC. And today I'm here to announce you all that we are going to start a new series on Chandrayaan 3, which is going to take place throughout the 4 to 5 videos where we will discuss a lot about the Chandrayaan 3 and its past and present. That means we will start with Sriharikota Space Center, where it was launched and how it became the ideal launch station for India, to the classes of launch vehicles and its properties, and then we will move to the Chandrayaan 3 and its properties and its proponents, and the next we will compare Chandrayaan 1, 2 and 3, and thereby we will talk about the present situation of the Chandrayaan 3, and then we will end this series. Hope you all gonna like it. And today in this video we will start with Sri Harikota Space Center, where it launched Chandrayaan 3. So how it became ideal launch pad or launch station to launch the satellites and space vehicles. So you all know that the third lunar mission, which is nothing but the Chandrayaan 3, and which is also very second attempt to soft land on the moon, was launched through Satish Dhawan Space Center of Andhra Pradesh. Sriharikota is nothing but a very spindle-shaped island which is located on the east coast of Andhra Pradesh. And you all also probably know that Sriharikota is the very Indian only spaceport where all the spacecrafts and satellites get launched in our nation. It was operational since October 1971 with its first flight of Rohini 123, which is nothing but a very small sounding rocket. Previously, this Satish Dhawan Space Center is known as SHAR, SHAR, which means Sriharikota Range, and it was renamed to Satish Dhawan Space Center in September 2002 in the memory of Satish Dhawan sir, who is very famous mathematician and also a former chairman of ISRO. To exactly know that how this Sriharikota became the ideal station for ISRO, we have to go back to 1960s. So in 1960s, you all know that Vikram Sarabhai sir, who is also famously known as the founder of Indian Space Program, was in hunt of ideal location to launch our Indian indigenous vehicles and launch vehicles and satellites. It is the time when India decided to make indigenous satellites and launch vehicles of its own. During this hunt, Vikram Sarabhai sir actually asked his very fellow scientist and also his very close associate to him, who is also known as E.V. Chintnis sir, to find out a launch site on the eastern coast of the country. Then, if this A.V. Chintani sir actually contacted the director of industry in Andhra Pradesh and acquired the information and documents and maps of all the potential sites, which also had the included Sriharikota. So Sriharikota is one of the those sites which was given to the Chintani sir by the director of industry of Andhra Pradesh. Later, after surveying all these stations, all these locations, Vikram Sarabhai sir also surveyed the Sriharikota and he finalized it, and he said that this is going to be the launch station. So that is how Sriharikota has become the ideal launch pad for our indigenous launch vehicles and satellites of India. So what could be the reasons? So there are primarily two reasons that Sriharikota has become ISRO's ideal launch pad. The first one is it is laid down on the east coast, and the second one is its proximity to the equator. We will discuss each point in detail. Why it is beneficial to being an east coast. So as it located in the east coast, it helped the launch vehicles, to travel to the easterly direction. So through that we can take the advantage of Earth rotation. You all know that Earth rotates west to east around the sun. And the second point is proximity to equator. Why proximity to equator is important? Because you all know that proximity to equator, it actually defines the magnitude velocity. Magnitude of velocity means value. Velocity means speed. So the speed of an object is defined or known or imparted through the proximity of the equator. By it, it defines that it actually rotates for 50 meters per second, which can lead to the substantial increase of the payload for a given any given launch vehicle. So it is compulsory, or it is said that every geostationary satellites has to launch on the equatorial plane only. So how near the launch station is to equator, the more beneficial it is to the launch vehicles. So these are the primarily two reasons that were considered. First is east coast, and second one is proximity to the equator. And other reasons are like it is very largely uninhabited, and it is very closer to the sea, so that in the flight path is entirely towards the sea. And if any conflicts happened, or if the separation of rocket hardware, if those impact can takes place over in the high seas and doesn't impact any people or habitat. So these are the reasons that were primarily led to Sriharikota became the ideal launch pad to our India. Hope you all liked the video, and this is very first video of the series of Chandrayaan 3. And thank you very much for watching the video, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the Venus Hour UPSC, and press on the bell icon to get your notifications about the videos. And please do comment your views in the comment box, so that I could know my any suggestions, or I could know the mistakes that I was making during the video. So thank you once again.